Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are now gonna be looking at map number 3 in Vikendi. But of course, welcome to the FSL Mobile Solos number 2. My name is Abstract and I will be your caster for today. And after game number 1 and game number 2, or rather, map number 1 and map number 2, we have tallied up the scores and got a total of this scoreboard. So let's just take a look at the leaderboards with Amethyst still taking up the top spot with a total of 456 points. Rather good. So she's been very consistent right now. Unfortunately, where was okay? So for second game, we've got coined. Wait, who is that? Okay, so yeah, Coinda. Yeah, okay, so for that, we do have number 248 points. Oh, that's Inda. Okay, yeah. Yeah, once everything is just kind of squished together. Yeah, Inda was the one that managed to win in map number 2. So she managed to climb back up rather high. So currently 404 points. And coming after that, it does seem like we do have more players that's coming right down. But of course, they're not too far. With a total of 372 points, 340 points, 202 points, and finally 192 points coming in onto Miaomi Star, Green, as well as Hex Moon. Moon is the one that we also have been watching out for just now. But well, enough of my blabbering about. We're just going to be jumping right onto map number 3 right about now. And of course, before we even take a look at the flight path, I gotta have to thank our partners, Dreamcore, Yahoo, Super Solid, as well as Intel. If not, this stream would not have been possible. And now, let us all take a look at the flight path. The flight path is going to be starting at the northeastern side and will be flying through Cosmodrome. It will be flying through the coal mine, flying through Mount Kresnik, and of course right on top of Dobro Mesto. So I'm not surprised that most of these players will head down towards the southern side first, because there is so much area to be covered first, right? And understandably, Vikendi is a huge map, and to be honest, not my favorite map. Definitely not my favorite map at all. But still, a map is a map is a map. You gotta have to play whatever that you are able to. But we're looking at how the players is going to be distributing themselves. For now, a lot of players is actually going to be rather packed in the northern side, as you can see right on the coal mine, the ports, as well as Zapava. And not to forget, at the lower side, we do have 1% Dino Park. I believe that Eddie might want to make her way over to Vihar, and Zach all the way down towards Hot Springs, perhaps. Right smack in the middle. Also, we do have Jimin, which is right now our cam is on. But I guess the most interesting part is Moon as well as Green, because they are literally just next to each other. And Moon immediately went down to the hands of Allison Star already. Unfortunately, we have missed all the action. We could not quite see how Moon died, but at least we kind of knew, or at least we kind of know that Moon has went down. Definitely without a fight though. Inda takes one down onto Sabri Games early into the game, and she has already gotten herself with one kill already. This is going to be definitely good on her scoreboard, definitely good on the leaderboards, as long as you don't die too early, because for this leaderboard system, or this point system, the points coming in from your placements is just so important. Skylark taking one down once again, and not to forget, I definitely am going to be looking at probably more action right on top of Coal Mine. If you take a look at Amethyst, one of our top players, in fact, our top players in the leaderboards, she does seem to have a Bison as well as an M16 for now. Can't exactly see whether I was right or not, but we do have someone that's relatively close. Chips, still somewhere around the area. Everyone else would then slowly make their way down towards where Chip is, or rather make their way down to where Amethyst is right now, because they are very far from the current circle. The new circle is, the number 1 circle is going to be popped right down south, covering the entirety of Milna, Winery, Alcantara, Volanova, Abbey, and literally everything at the map down below, and will only cover a small fraction of Cement Factory and a small fraction of Mount Kresnik by that region. So I don't know about how this game is going to be played, because most likely there will be a massive amount of human jam going on at the northern side. Most players will want to head their way to Villa, and some might want to make their way all the way towards Volanova and then towards Winery or Abbey. Whichever that works for them, right? Whichever that works for them. In the meantime, Chips is going to be slowly scouring for the opponents, playing right at the edge, right at the extremities of Zabara, and hoping to catch someone out. And also, there seems to be a ski boat here. You may want to use a ski boat. Use that ski boat as a bait, you know. Instead of using it, use it as a bait. Use it as a bait and kill whoever comes to try to take it. But I suppose that's not gonna happen. Chips have picked up the ski boat and got herself all the way down south. And maybe, just maybe, we'll be meeting up with someone soon. Amethyst picks up the kill on the Blinksy. We don't have any more idea and no more information about the rest of the players. But for now, Melmi Star is relatively close to Falcon as well. We haven't seen or heard of Falcon for quite some time already. Falcon in Mirama played in the northeastern side, was very, very far ahead. But I don't remember seeing her anywhere close to the top 10s if I'm not wrong. I think she got wiped out pretty early. But it is still too early for me to say because I have goldfish memory. I'm unable to give you the perfect, or rather the accurate representation of how far Falcon has went. Melmi Star picks up the vehicle and will be on her way to safety. Jim is just gonna be making her way right inside of Portavosto. The only one player that is gonna be close to her is going to be Zula. As you can see, player number 6 is still somewhere around the vicinity. Just gonna be holding right by the rooftops, completely exposed down to her 6. As long as she don't point her back towards Jimin, all should be okay. But it's just gonna be jumping right down, trying to scour for things, trying to look for people. A really aggressive gameplay. That is provided if she knows, like, you know, there is no one around the building to be doing anything. But now, you know, there's so many things going on about the map. We don't even have any idea how the players would want to rotate from the map. Because if there's going to be a huge amount of chokes in the top side, understandably, if I'm one of the players at the northern side, I see a lot of people heading towards the northern side during the parachuting part. I know that I need a vehicle to send myself towards the southern side of the new circle, because it is way too convenient for anyone to enter into the northern side of the current circle. It is too easy, and it is way too dangerous. And in fact, I think that Amethyst is indeed really interested in that kind of action, because Amethyst is riding right through and through the northern side and making her way into the circle already. May actually catch up, and of course may actually bump with Alice's Star. Amethyst right behind of Alice's Star. Would definitely want to catch up to Alice's Star as much as possible. The question is, will she be able to catch up with the ski boat or not? Both of them should be on a ski boat, to be honest. Alice's Star is still riding on the ski boat. They are now in Dinosaur Park. But Amethyst is not gonna catch. Is not gonna engage. Actually, she's gonna go down south and completely avoid Alice's Star. Now this is what I'm talking about. Amethyst definitely knows what she's doing. She's thinking the same way as I am. There's so many people that's gonna be in the northern side, and eventually, if you go over there and gatekeep first, it does make it does make sense. So too many people, 20 people. There's just way too many people in the top side. You need to play it safe. You need to be smart with the way that you go around. And in the meantime, it does seem like we have a new name that popped up in our map, and that is Chips. I don't think Chips is coming too close. Addy is coming close as well. Driving by with the vehicle. Not too close, actually. Not too close to Amethyst. It's just a few buildings away. But I don't think that Eddie is interested in ending it here. Don't think that Eddie is intending to stop it here, I guess. She's baiting for shots. She's really just scouring for information, trying to see if whether there is anyone inside of these buildings by, you know, kind of driving it slow, trying to wait for someone to pop their head out, find information. But she realizes, hey, there is no one. This area is safe. This compound is absolutely safe. I can stay here now. Amethyst and Chips is going to be the next few people that definitely knew what they want. So they head down to the southern side, closer to Milna, right? In between of AB, if I'm not wrong. That is smart play. While Falcon is still taking her own sweet time at the outside of the current circle. Personally, not my favorite kind of play. I do not like to stay outside of the new circle. I typically like to play gatekeeping, gatekeeping inside of the circle, right? It's either at the extremities of the circle if I know that I have the position to, and if I know someone is definitely behind me and they would want to make their way over, and there's a lot of people, I can kill multiple at once, or if I have no information whatsoever about anyone around me, I would typically just go straight into the circle and predict where could be the next new spot. Stay right in the center and play as safe as possible while killing anyone who tries to come in. I just don't really like the playstyle of what's going on in the northern side. Skylark, I believe, has went down to Zula. Zula? Let's take a look. Yep, Zula have got herself a single kill there. Skylark has went down to the hands of Zula. Falcon is still outside. Pian is also still outside of the current circle. Once they enter into the circle, there may be some issues for them. I'm not too sure if whether there's even going to be any, any gatekeepers outside of the circle, because this is still a relatively large circle. There really is no need for any of the players to be gatekeeping, as you can pretty much see. Zula and the rest of players like Jenny, Inda, they are not looking into the circle. Or they're not looking outside of the circle. Gwyn brings down one in the form of Allison Star is still around, Devi Star is still around, so the one that went down is the other star, which is Meow Me Star. I would say that Mini BS as well as Han and Zack, they have to get themselves away from the eastern part of the island. Because there is absolutely no way, right? Zero way that the center of the circle will be in that part of the island. Yes, maybe just a small area, a small percentage of that of the eastern area of the island will be caught by the new circle, but the subsequent circle will not have the eastern side. So it's always safe to go into Volnova first. They should make their way to Volnova. That makes perfect sense. Well, in the meantime, Gwyn, I think she found something. She heard something, or perhaps it was a misclick. I don't see anyone around her, to be honest. I don't see anyone. Yes, Allison Star though, she is not too far ahead. She does have a boulder in between of her as well as Gwyn. We got Devi Star on the other side. Wait, where exactly is Devi Star? Right, Devi Star is right by Dino Park, right? Allison Star in the center of Devi Star as well as Gwyn VNG. Right, smacked in the center. In the meantime, this is the part that we have to take a look at the airdrop, which has been taken already actually. So unfortunately, we weren't able to see exactly what was inside of the airdrop. Nami may potentially be the one that picked up a good item from the airdrop. Looking at it, is that an AUG? Yes, it is an AUG. So Nami is the one that picked up the AUG. It's a relatively good airdrop. I'm interested to see how Nami is going to continue her pursuit into this game. With an AUG and with the right amount, with the right attachments, you can pretty much propel your way forward into the later stages of the game, as long as you know how to fully capitalize onto the AUG's low amount of recoil and decent amount of damage as well. In the meantime, more. We've got another care package coming in with a Graza, as well as a suppressor with Adrenaline Syringe and the Ghillie Suit Snow. And Allison is right smack here, ready to pick up her package. Allison Star It is all for you. All you gotta do is just stay where you are. Don't go anywhere, and you will eventually realize that you have a giddy suit for yourself, and it works perfectly with your playstyle right now. It works perfectly for where you are. How exactly is she even gonna take the care package though? The care package is right here, and she's just right there, right? So she have to move. She definitely has to move. She will be able to get into Green's dead blind spot, and as for Devi, maybe a little bit too exposed. Just a little bit too exposed. But I don't think that Allison knows. I really don't think that Allison knows that there's a care package around her. Does she even know? She's currently at level 2 helmet and level 1 vest. If she were to pick up that care package, she will definitely play a lot more bold. Well, either way, when I hope that Allison will go over and pick up the care package. But in the meantime, I believe that we have more important stuff to be looking at, and that is gonna be Falcon, as she plays as the gatekeeper, making sure that Jimin stays inside, or perhaps not go outside. Because once Jimin goes outside, Falcon will have the free real estate, and of course will be able to get that easy kill to her name. At this moment of time, Falcon have yet to credit a single kill for herself just yet. She's gonna take things slowly and wait for the perfect opportunity. She doesn't want to expose herself through her footsteps as well. While Jimin is still suspicious. Or perhaps not suspicious, she knew. With a bomb. And of course, Jimin definitely saw that already. Jimin definitely saw Falcon. Falcon have to bail. Falcon have to get far away. Out of the eyes of Jimin. But to be honest, I don't even have an idea if whether she's even out of Jimin's eyes just yet. The mount coming in. Preparing to go straight in, and the hip fire coming in. Man, Falcon, oh, that's not the way. That is absolutely not the way. It would have been better if she played it a little bit slowly, you know, kind of clear out the room, do whatever that you need to, sweeping from the left over to the right instead of running right out in the open, trying to go for the hip fire. Oof. You have no information as to where the other opponents is. You gotta have to play slow. You gotta have to play safe. You have to sweep the room from left to the right or the right to the left, depending where you're coming out from. But regardless, nice try over to Falcon. Nice try. Jimin is now right outside the play zone. She has about 30 seconds to get herself closer and closer into the circle. And now, the circle has gotten smaller. It's covering Winery, Volnovo, Castle, Tovar, Dino Park, as well as a small little bit of Milnar. Of course, understandably, Abby will be inside because it's right smack in the center of the circle. But regardless, we do have a massive amount of players that is flushed towards the northern side. Most of the players is going to be on the northern side, understandably so, because the flight path, right, is all the way at the north. Everyone just parachuted at the northern side, and it is the closest place that it can ever be. It's very likely that these players did not manage to pick up a single vehicle, and they prefer to be on foot. They do not want to draw all forms of attention over to them, and the only closest place and the only safest place that they can ever play is towards the northern side of the circle, only to realize that a lot of players is also going to be at the northern side of the circle. Jimin decides to play it slow, stays at the coastal area in the center of Vikendi. We still have about 15 members alive. The circle is still relatively big, and I'm still waiting for the point of time where Allison Star were to finally pick up that, well, the care package. She's just staying there, I think. Yeah, she's just staying there. She's camping for a long time, waiting for the perfect opportunity. But, you know, care package, woohoo! Just right here. Wait, Allison, woohoo! The care package. I really hope Allison Star realizes the care package is there. But in her eyes, right, in her perspective, the red smoke is now already gone. As long as she were to run towards the care package, it's all Gucci. But the thing is, it's counterintuitive. The care package is actually going to outside of the circle. So there's actually no reason for Allison to actually look towards this way. She needs to go the other way. So there could actually be a high possibility that, you know, Allison Star do not even see the care package at all. Where's Amethyst? Picking up the car. Driving herself closer and closer into the new circle. Her playstyle is very similar to mine. Getting myself into the circle almost immediately as fast as I can, just so that I don't I don't really have to care so much about, you know, losing a fight outside of a compound, you know, so at least I can still, you know, bump around, change locations if this location is highly contested. Things become too tough for me to handle, I bail. I get to the new place. Or else, if that is going to be the case where you want to go into the circle at the last minute, then things are going to be tough because you don't really have that much amount of time to play around. In the meantime, I think Amethyst actually caught her eyes on the chip. She found Chip a little bit a while just now. Davy Star goes down to the hand of Eddie with a Mac 10. Amethyst should be rather safe for the time being. She shouldn't be expecting much for now. Vansky with one kill on top of Jenny. A wider landscape that we are going to see right now. The circle have about halfway through until it fully closes in onto the players here. Allison Star have not picked up the care package and is still around. I would say it's definitely still around. It is time for Allison Star to start moving, buddy. It is time to start moving and find out that there is actually a care package somewhere around there. But either way, it does seem like Ivy is actually relatively close to... Who is this? Inda? Or is it Green? Inda, yeah. So she is very, very close to Inda. Throwing a frag grenade inside of the toilet, and Inda realizes, ooh, she's outside of the building. She needs to scout. She needs to understand exactly where is the other player. She does seem like she's rather frantic. Panicky a little bit. But I believe that Inda does have her suspicions onto Ivy. Preparing to throw the grenade through the window. Oh, cooked a little bit too long. Ivy grew suspicious now. Throws out the smokes. Now about Ivy. This is a perfect opportunity for her to actually run away, I think. Ivy is just gonna be hiding just somewhere inside of the building. Throws a single smoke away. And she should be pretty safe, pretty A-okay when it comes to getting run away. But in the meantime, Eddie. Eyes on Eddie now. Rather close to Hun. Hun gonna make a run for it. Inside of the vehicle, Eddie completely misses the opportunity. Misses everything else. Did not land a single shot, if I'm not wrong. Zula, Vansky, and Jimin is still outside of the new circle. The choke point? No choke points. This game is rather balanced. North, south, east, and west. With two members in the middle. More players in the top left-hand side. Allison Star may have her eyes on Jimin. The door is not supposed to be like that. Honestly, there's not really a lot of things that they could do, because most of these players already have a cover of their own, and there's really no reason for you to be out hunting for other players. they just have to wait for other players to relocate themselves. Because once a circle, usually you expect that most of the kills and most of the problems that arises is during the relocation. When you're trying to bump up from place to place, that is where you will always see something happening. You'll always see someone dying. Be it in a car or trying to move from one place to another by foot. And typically at this moment of time, you'd usually start to see people move by foot and dying to it. But in the meantime, Ivy as well as Inda, they are well within the new circle, and Amethyst is just very, very close as well. As you can see, we do have 2 buildings here. As long as anyone were to inhibit in this building, then it would be perfect because it's currently uninhabited. Amethyst or Chips, they have to make their way over. They have to secure this building as soon as they can. But as you can see, Amethyst, she kind of wants to play it slow. Not? Yeah, she kind of want to play it slow. She just want to hide within the small little workshop. This garage is the safe place for Amethyst. She immediately assumed that there are people in the bigger building right about here, as you can see right in the center of the map. But there isn't anyone at all. The smarter play was to go and scout. Go and scout, see if you feel anyone is in there. Take a look at the loots around. Are the loots collected? Are the items collected? Is it safe to go there? Listen to the footsteps. Is something that Amethyst could do. But hey, there's nothing wrong about playing extremely safe as well. Here we have, ladies and gentlemen, this may be the big part. Jimin is right outside of here. Allison Star with a Tommy gun kill. Everyone else is very, very close. How about the next one? Inda is right around the vicinity as well. He does have close eyes onto literally everyone. You can hear a little bit of footsteps if I'm not wrong. The footsteps is mostly on the left side. I think that the footsteps actually belongs to Allison Star. With a single smoke or a single frag. More frags going on about. Mini getting a kill on the Zula on the northern side. Green with a kill onto Han. Looks like we are missing some valuable action in the eastern side. Could we be looking at more actually? It's relatively tough. More incendiary. Allison Star, they are all getting prepared for more action. But unfortunately, for Allison Star, hasn't really quite seen anyone just yet. More fire coming in from the southern side. Amethyst finds himself onto Eddie, tries to go for a full spray down with the 6x scope. Managed to push Eddie off of the vehicle though, so that is definitely a plus point. But Amethyst really wants to get herself away, or maybe stay inside of the current place. Amethyst is very, very cautious. Definitely does not want to throw caution in the wind at this point of time because this is the top 9 already. She have to make it through. Get at least one first place, or rather get another first place. And Amethyst is pretty much safe. She's definitely gonna be safe at the top of the leaderboards because the next one is gonna be Sanok, and that is where you kind of grind and farm all the kills. And understandably, you can also go for the placements because placements is very, very important. 200 points for first place. You can never ignore that. We've got Gwen right smack in the center of the circle. She's got a really nice wall to cover for her, and also a car that's covering her 6. The Dacia plays in a perfect spot. She should be okay. But the northern side though, Allison Star opens fire. Does seem like we have a lot of action going on about Vansky. Just going to be going on a 1 versus 1 fight. Mini takes the kill right onto Vansky and pops the lead to the head on Vansky. Mini stays alive for the 2nd time in a row and have given her 2 kills in a row so far. And it's a Star is going to be popping some smokes, and I think that is going to be her escape mechanism. The only way that she can get closer and closer to the center of the circle, or rather even to the extremities of the circle. What Allison Star can do is just play a little bit slower, stay inside of this building, wait for someone to to go past you, because you have a lot of painkillers, you have 4 energy drinks, a single adrenaline adrenaline syringe, and not to forget medkit and first aid kit. You have a good amount of them. You can afford to play a little bit more riskier. You can stay inside of the blue for a little while you buy some information. See if there's anyone that's going to go past you, and only then backstab them, throw them into the airlock, kill them, loot their stuff, and then pop your boosters. That would be the smartest decision, I would say. Unless people already knew that you are around the area, you see. That is going to be the toughest part. Because if you were to go there first, you are basically the scouts for all the other 3 members. You go there first, you will help them realize, hey, this place is safe or not. Is it really safe or is it not safe? I think Minnie already got her eyes onto Allison already. So let us just take a look at Minnie. She's currently taking quite a bit of damage. And Allison Star immediately spots Minnie out. Allison Star takes the kill right onto it. And we're looking at the next part of this circle. The new circle has now been popped. Inda brings Allison Star down. Yet another kill for Inda. 2 kills in total, while Gwyn has a total of 3 kills. The circle is now becoming scarier and scarier. Gwyn goes for a full spray down on Eddie. Completely open in that foliage. Did not work out too well for him, unfortunately. But Gwyn may eventually pop up with the the 5th kill for herself. Jimin goes down to the blue zone, popping a little bit more of the energy drink for herself. But the thing is, Gwyn have to be really careful as to whoever is going to be behind, because Amethyst is going to be still in the garage. She needs to find the perfect opportunity to be driving into the new circle, whereby Inda and Gwyn is already at. The problem is, Inda have got the best spot possible. She does have a long wall spreading across behind her. She have a boulder for herself. Amethyst drives by in. Oh my god. Oh my god! Amethyst! That is not... Oh my... Marking herself at 4th place. And the only harm that she have gotten for herself is herself. She escaped from the vehicle a little bit too early, a little bit too late, or whatever it is. She dies to inertia. And Inda is safe for now. Because if it's going to be a fight between Inda as well as Amethyst, my oh my, I don't even know what's going to happen. Gwyn with a frag onto Chips. It is going to be a 1 versus 1 scenario. Gwyn with a total of 5 kills, while Inda only with a total of 2 kills. If Gwyn were to win in here with the 1st place, then it's going to propel Gwyn forward into the leaderboards. And Amethyst was like 4th place. Oh! Did not see where that came from. Inda pops right up from the foliage, immediately put down the 5.56 round onto the shoulders of Gwyn. Gwyn didn't even have the time to turn around, didn't even have the time to even react to all of that. And just like that, went down to the hands of Inda. Congratulations to Inda, as Inda has managed to draw herself with the next game. And of course, map number 3. So far, we have got very different results in the first place, right? First game, we have Amethyst. Second game, we have Inda. Oh wait, third game, we have Inda again. Inda has been very, very consistent, while Amethyst in 4th place, right? 140 points. Adding up with a total of 2 kills, she have a total of 24 points. So I have a feeling that Amethyst is definitely gonna drop in points. Inda is definitely gonna come up on top in 1st place. Amethyst, I think, in 2nd place, and Gwyn have a very good chance in putting herself in the 3rd place, right? I'm not too sure, but I would really like to take a look at the leaderboards. But for now, we're just gonna let the admin sit on it, take a look at the scoreboard, wait for a little bit while longer, update the scoreboard, and you guys will be able to take a look at what is going to be the total points later in the holding screen. But for now, we're going to be looking at a short break before we jump on to the last game of today, and that will be Sanhok. So, ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your horses, hold on to your seats. We'll be right back with you.